So I feel like I made my college decision a little bit later than most people. I think it was during the May, June-ish time. So I feel like what really sold me was I went on a visit here, and it was actually Jay.
It was Jay.
They had me
he's our
talk to.
recruiter.
Yeah, it was actually Jay and Caden Bates.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like they really sold me just because I feel like they kind of kept it real with me. I'm pretty sure he remembers me telling him, don't sugarcoat it. Tell me how it actually is. And I feel like I'd like it for what it is. And yeah, and I feel like the coaches as well. It seemed like a tight-knit community, and I feel like the coaches really emphasized that. So.
Hi, I'm Troy Paino, and welcome to What Matters Most. I think this is episode number 5 of What Matters Most, and this is my second episode with student athletes. I've been really looking forward to this one because we have the 2 co-captains of our men's basketball team. One, we have sophomore Kye Robinson, who, in addition to being co-captain of the men's basketball team, is here at Mary Washington majoring in business administration. He was a first-year student last year and had an outstanding breakout season. He was the regional rookie of the year, our conference, the Coast to Coast Conference rookie of the year. He made first-team All-American, averaging 13.5 points. So he made a huge impact. He had a career-high 27 points against Salisbury last year as a first-year student. And he delivered 21 points in the NCAA tournament in a win over Ramapo, so a big first year. Second year, he has just built on that, an outstanding second year. He is scoring over 25 points a game, around 7 rebounds a game, and over 4 assists a game. And he has already been named C2C Player of the Week 5 times. Count them, 5 times. The season's not much longer than that, so that's pretty impressive. I had the pleasure of watching from the stands last weekend against the game against UC Santa Cruz, and watched Kye go off for 38 points, breaking the school record for single game shooting percentage, 15 of 17. And I got to tell you, they're not all layups, guys. I mean, he can shoot from long distance, and he also can take it to the hoop pretty strong as well. He was a 2-sport athlete from Alexandria City High School before coming to Mary Washington. My other guest is the other co-captain, Jay Randall, who is in his junior year, also a business administration major, but minoring in sports management as well. He is coming off of a standout sophomore year. Also earning first-team all-conference honors, averaging over 13 points a game with an incredibly high shooting percentage of 56.4%. Very impressive. Pulling down 5.1 rebounds per contest over his 30 starts. He had a breakout game against Wilson College, scoring 29 points on 10 of 13 shooting. So both of you are pretty efficient from the field, I have to say. This year, he's having an outstanding junior campaign, averaging over 12 points, nearly 7 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. Randall has been named C2C Player of the Week once already this season. So between you, we have 6 conference player of the week. That's pretty impressive. And he comes to us from Patriot High School in Nokesville, Virginia. That's up in Prince William County, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Both of them played other sports, I know, before they got here, and we'll hopefully get into that. I believe, Jay, you were an outstanding high jumper in high school.
I was.
Yeah. In fact, were you a champion? Were you a state champion?
Team won state. I was second place, but as a team we won.
Very
states.
impressive. Very impressive. Well, welcome to What Matters Most. Excited to have both of you here. I got to tell you, Kye, I just, on a personal note, you remind me of when I watch you play and I look at your stats. You remind me of my childhood hero. And I'll just give you some hints. My dog is named after him, and my dog's name is Oscar. I'm just testing your basketball history here, guys. He's from Indiana, nicknamed the Big O. Who are we talking about?
Oscar Robertson.
There you go. All right. I'm from Indianapolis, a huge Oscar Robertson fan. So, yeah, and your play reminds me a lot of him being able to not only score but also rebound and assist. He was noted for his triple-doubles. So it's great to have you here. And I want to ask you both just a few questions about growing up here in Virginia. And just your journey to Mary Washington. I mentioned where both of you are from. Could you tell me, and I'll start with you, Jay, just something about your family? Do you have siblings? Tell me about your childhood.
So my child, I have no siblings. It's just me. Okay. My parents only wanted one kid. I'm originally
Well, they got it right.
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, but then I moved here when I was 8 or 9.
Okay.
So I've been here. I've had 2 dogs. One boy, one girl, Mango and Celebrity. And growing up in the Prince William County area, it's been fun. There's a lot to do. You can go to Richmond, you can go to D.C., just a lot to do as a kid.
Yeah, so tell me about your journey to playing sports. When did you start playing competitive sports, and what were those sports?
I started playing sports when I was 3 or 4. I started off with flag football. I've touched in baseball. I've done tennis. Ran track, played, and then tackle football growing up.
Okay.
In high school, I really did mostly basketball. I entered track my sophomore year, and then I did football my senior year for 1 year, just to test out to see what I wanted to do in college.
Yeah, great. So how about you, Kye? Tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I was born in Alexandria, Virginia. I've lived there my whole life pretty much, and to me, I just loved it because between going to Old Town or going to D.C., I feel like there's always just a lot to do. And I feel like the community is way closer than you would think in Alexandria, especially the sports scene. Everybody will come to the games. People you didn't even know would come to the games some government councils so, yeah.
So just a little fun fact, last year's commencement speaker was Melanie K. Wyatt, who is the superintendent of Alexandria Schools now and a Mary Washington alum. So, wow. we had a direct connection to the Alexandria school system. So you also came to sports, and I think you played multiple sports. Tell me a little bit about your journey into athletics.
Yeah, so I started playing tackle football when I was 4, and that was actually my first love because I played through 4 all the way up to quarantine. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I can really I played basketball and football, but I was always gravitating towards football just because of, like, I feel like as a kid I was more aggressive. I had a really aggressive nature, so I was like, I really like football. Like, I think I'm obviously better at football than basketball right now, so I was like, I'm kind of leaning towards that. But then, I don't know, I feel like quarantine, or I would say a few months before quarantine, I kind of like flipped the switch because they allow 8th graders to play on JV at Alexandria City. So I was like, oh, they actually think I'm good. I think I could actually do this. So once I was playing against a bunch of juniors and sophomores and freshmen as an 8th grader, I gained a lot of experience. I think I can do this. I should start taking this more seriously, especially because of the risk factor and football and basketball, just weighing them out. I think I should probably go with basketball. So then after quarantine, or actually during quarantine, they took down all the hoops. All around every park, there was no hoops. So I was like, Mom, I promise if you invest in this for me, I will make you, it'll be worth it. So she bought me a basketball hoop.
Nice.
And we put it in our driveway. And, yeah, ever since then, it's kind of just been a wrap pretty much.
So your mom had a big role.
Oh, yeah. She had a huge role because I don't know what I would have done if we didn't have a basketball hoop. I don't know if I could have took, how long was quarantine, like a year off of just no basketball.
No, that's too much. Wow.
Yeah, that was just too much. So I was like, yeah, I have to get it in somehow. So,
boy, thinking about COVID, that's yeah. It's like PTSD. So what position did you play in football?
Running back.
Okay. How about you, Jay?
I played wide receiver.
Okay. And so you did track as well.
Yes.
So what made you interested in track?
My uncle ran track and my cousins ran track. So track was always something around me. And then I had my high school track coach was my Little League football coach. So he really As a kid, he embraced me in my role, and he's just a trusted person. He told me I should come out for track, and I did, and we were successful.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot more about sort of athletes at higher levels, and that those who've been exposed to other sports actually have an advantage. That there's a danger in focusing and specializing in a sport too young. So, do you two think that having experiences in other sports has actually helped your basketball in any way?
Oh,
You can go first, Kye.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because all my friends and the lacrosse coach my senior year, I was like, I don't really know if I want to do lacrosse. I feel like just focusing on basketball would be the right path to go to. But then I trusted my friends and our lacrosse coach, Coach Hammond, and he was like, yeah, I think you'll be a better defender and you'll learn how to sprint the floor a little bit better because lacrosse is like you sprint in, you sprint out, so it's no real like walking. So I feel like once I did that my spring semester of senior year, it really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I think it translated.
How about you, Jay?
I'd say absolutely. I feel like me doing that 1 year of football helped my physicality level for basketball because football is a physical sport. And after playing football and coming back to basketball for my senior year, I feel like my physicality level rose, and it helped my physicality for my teammates rise as well.
Yeah. So you already mentioned, Kye, that your mother had a big influence as growing up and helping you in your development, both as an athlete and as a person, I assume. Are there for both of you, other influences, big influences on your life prior to life at Mary Washington?
I'd say my high school coach, Sherman Rivers, was a big influence for me. He always believed in me. As a freshman, he ended up moving me to varsity for our playoff run and just exposing me to all the good things that can come if I was patient with my time.
Develop.
Yeah,
wait your turn.
Yeah, wait my turn. That's what I was meant to say.
Yeah, no, that's great. Kye?
And for me, I feel like there was a few influences. Definitely my brother is definitely the biggest one because I don't know if you knew this, but he's actually playing basketball at Hood College, and they're also top 15.
Oh, really?
Right now, yeah. They're number 14 right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So he's an older brother?
Yeah, he's my older brother.
What year is he?
Junior.
Junior,
He's
okay.
a junior at Hood. So, yeah, he was a really big influence on me because I saw him first fall in love with basketball before me. So I was like, might as well. And we played 1v1 like every day or anytime we got just to see who's better. So, yeah. And another one for me would definitely be my high school coach, Coach Sally. He played at West Virginia, and he was really good there. So I just wanted to pick his brain anytime I got, just because I knew he played at like the highest level. So
yeah. Well, that's great. So I'm going to ask a few questions just about what your journey to Mary Washington. I'm curious for each of you, how did you end up choosing to play basketball at Mary Washington? What influenced you to make that call?
For me, I felt like the choice was location for me. That was a big choice for me. I wanted to be close to my mom and my grandparents. So it's only about a 50 to an hour drive away. And then also, I went to high school with a recent graduate, Zach Blue.
Okay, yeah.
Me and him, I would always pick his brain when he came back from the summer, asking him, like, what I should look for in a college. And he was telling me that he thinks that Mary Washington would be for me. Okay. And I just kind of followed in his footsteps a little bit.
I didn't know that you so you played with
I played with. It was my freshman year when I got moved up was his senior year.
Okay, all right. How about you, Kye?
So I feel like I made my college decision a little bit later than most people. I think it was during the May, June-ish time. So I feel like what really sold me was I went on a visit here, and it was actually Jay.
It was Jay.
They had me talk to.
Yeah,
it was actually Jay and Caden Bates.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like they really sold me just because I feel like they kind of kept it real with me. I'm pretty sure he remembers me telling him, don't sugarcoat it. Tell me how it actually is. And I feel like I'd like it for what it is. And, yeah, and I feel like the coaches as well. It seemed like a tight-knit community, and I feel like the coaches really emphasized that. So
when I either you put on a good show or it's genuine, but when I watch you all play and how you interact on the bench and everything, it seems like there's a great culture among the team, that you all get along pretty well. You have good relationships both on and off the court. Is that an accurate take on the team?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Good, good. It seems like a good group. And so tell me a little bit now that you're here. You chose D3. We are a division that really emphasizes academics along with athletics. That student-athlete balance is always a challenge. So tell me how you manage the balance between being a varsity athlete and all the time, especially in season like now, and your academics.
I'd say one big thing for me is definitely talking to your professors and like going to their office hours if you need help.
Yeah, and you found the professors to be pretty helpful in understanding
absolutely.
about the conflicting, the competition for your time from
Yeah.
athletics and from academics. How about you, Kye?
Yeah, for me, I just tried to really get my work done earlier because I feel like it's kind of tough when you're coming back from a game and it's 12 o'clock at night and then you try to cram in an assignment.
Hard to get
It's
fired
not-
up about academics after a game.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like just doing it early. I feel like the HCC in the library is tremendous, has been tremendous for me, at least this year for sure, because I've just been able to just go in there, headphones in, and just really just lock in on my work.
So tell me a little bit about the coaching staff, particularly Coach Kahn. What's it like playing for him?
It's amazing to play for him. He's gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it. I love how hard he is on us. Like I don't think I could play for a coach that would just tell me, "You're fine, it's okay." Like he just tells you what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Because obviously he wants the best for us. So
Well,
I
one
feel
thing
like
I do like watching, so
Yeah.
I grew up in Indiana, and I know this is before your time, but I grew up in the era of Bobby Knight. And I was a big Hoosier fan, and I went to law school at IU, and I liked following the team, and they had a lot of success back in the 70s and 80s. But I didn't like his demeanor. I didn't like the way he yelled at the players or sometimes embarrassed the players. It's one thing to sort of be stern and have high expectations and be clear about what those expectations are, which I think we
Exactly.
want in a coach. But I don't like it when I see a coach cross a line into sort of humiliating or degrading their players. And I never see Coach Kahn cross that line, which I'm always very proud of that he always has. I don't know what he's saying exactly to you in the huddle. Like he might be at least
Can't be on
outwardly he's doing nothing to embarrass you in front of the crowd, which is great.
he definitely, I feel like he definitely knows that line between like humiliation and then like just trying to get the best out of you. So
Exactly.
Sure.
So D3, as I said, it's a focus on student athletes. There's a lot of changes in intercollegiate athletics. Why did you choose D3?
I feel like I wanted to be a part of a tight-knit community because I feel like it's easy to like go to a big university and it's like it's kind of hard to find your way a little bit just because there's just so many people. And I feel like for me especially, I feel like it would be better to I feel like I have more focus from the professors, if that makes sense, just because like the classes are not as big as like a bigger university. So I feel like when I actually have to like talk to them and get something across to them that like they'll actually listen and help me out.
Did your brother's experience at Hood have an influence as
that
well? Because
actually had a huge influence. Actually, I forgot about that because he I remember just asking my senior year, like, how is it? Like, what stands out to you the most, and why do you like it? And he was just real with me, saying like, I feel like he thought I'd like the tight knit community and how basketball is very important, but also you can get a great education, and yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm going to transition specifically to talking about this season. It's been a great season. First of all, let's just recap last year. Very young team. I don't think there were a lot of expectations for you all going into the conference tournament. You got on a run. You won the conference tournament. You got into the NCAA tournament. And then you made a bit of a run in the NCAA tournament as well, making it to the Sweet 16, correct?
Correct.
Sure.
With a very young team. And so you go into this year, following that, the expectations go up a bit, right? It's like, okay, wait a second. They ended on a high note. They were peaking. They were young. I think just about the entire team came back from last year, pretty close to it. Still a relatively young team, even this year. But starting to get noticed. Preseason polls, as the season goes on, having a lot of success, moving up in the rankings, getting into the top 10. Currently 18-2. But right now, we're kind of in the dog days of the season, right? You get into February, and this is both, and you look at your schedule when you're playing against other ranked teams, many of them on the road. This is a challenge. So tell me a little bit about kind of where the team's state of mind is. I know you had a tough game on the road this week against CNU, but you got a couple big ones coming up over the course of the next week. Again, another one against CNU here at home, but this weekend against Randolph-Macon, which is a top 10 team. Tell me, what's the state of the mind of the team going into this challenging part of the regular season?
I feel like as a leader, I try to just let everybody know, or at least just to address the CNU game, like a loss doesn't define us, and it's arguably a tougher opponent coming up in 24 hours, so we kind of have to shift focused and be ready for that game. But as far as everyone's state of mind, I'm trying to tell people, I know it's getting to that point in the season where you've been doing this. This has been your life pretty much, other than academics, obviously, but like we've been in there 6-7 times a week. So I feel like the team that's more mentally there and mentally prepared to like just do all the little details will prevail.
I just feel like just telling the team we need to take things one game at a time, just not focus on focus on the next opponent, not the opponent after. Because I feel like we take things one at a time, then we'll be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a big game. So you haven't played Randolph-Macon this year, right? You played them last year?
Yes,
right?
sir.
And we lost by 3 at home. Yeah.
Played them here, yeah.
Yeah. So what's the expectation? What are you looking at in terms of what are their strengths that you're going to have to be mindful of?
I feel like they're a really well-coached team. They're a very experienced team, especially their backcourt. They have, I believe, senior or junior?
I think they're both seniors now.
Yeah, I feel like they're seniors now. They have a very strong backcourt, and they've been in the NCAA tournament multiple times in their career. I'm pretty sure every time, actually. So I think we're just dealing with really experience, and they just play really physical and hard. So we're going to have to bring our A game, really.
Yeah. So it seems when I watch you, what I appreciate is that you both, but the entire team played really hard on both sides. It's not just offense; it's really a strong defense as well. You're not a particularly tall team or big team, but you all seem to be incredibly athletic, fast, with a pretty tough defense, in your face defense. Is that a Coach Kahn philosophy? You play hard on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You got it. You have to be able to play defense.
Yeah.
You have to.
I feel like he emphasized that on day one. If you can't play defense, he always says his day one to like recruits or just new people in general. First practice of the year, he's like, I don't care if you score a point. I don't care if you get an assist. As long as if you can't play defense, you can't get on the floor.
So you play mostly man-to-man?
Yeah.
Mostly man-to-man.
Do you ever go into zone? I don't
go
remember
into
this year
zone.
seeing you go into zone.
We rarely go into zone.
It's
I feel like if
very
we
rare.
go into zone, it'll be more like scout specific, something that the coaches see.
Yeah. Okay. But you do a lot of switching though on your man-to-man, right? I mean, because I know that there are different. When I played basketball, there was a little different coaching philosophies around man-to-man. Some where you're switching constantly. Some where you work through picks and you don't switch. What's your team's philosophy? What's Coach Kahn? Is it a lot of switching?
We're not supposed to switch.
Okay.
If
You're trying to work through.
Yeah, we're not supposed to switch. We're supposed to be going over everything and then drop coverage.
Yep.
So
Okay.
the person who's like behind the screen is just in drop coverage, while the person on top of the screen is trying to fight over.
Okay.
Pretty much.
The other thing I've noticed about this team, which I think has helped you be successful, is that players step up when they need to. It's easy for teams to cue. If Kye was the only scorer, the only threat on offense, it would be easy to sort of key on him and make it a challenge for the team. But I think every time a team does that, someone like you, Jay, I remember the game I watched with your father. You were on fire. You stood. I think you scored like 28 points that game, and so I see that you have multiple threats on the team, and that really helps you be successful. Would that be accurate? You guys have a lot of faith and confidence in each other to make the shot when you need to.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
For sure. I feel like that's what makes our team so tough to guard, in my opinion, because when they do try to come in with a game plan of, oh, yeah, we only have to focus on Kye, we only have to focus on Jay, I feel like that's when Jaden Burgess, for example, he's a 45% three-point shooter. Hassan Ahmad can also shoot it.
Yep.
Our other guard, Useless Young, he's pretty good as well. So I feel like it's just a lot to deal with.
Yeah. So as we get through these dog days of the regular season over the next week or two, You then take a big trip out to California. That's an interesting thing about our conference is that we have UC Santa Cruz. That's why we're coast to coast. I think you finished the regular season against them. Big win with them against them a week ago. But then you go into the conference tournament, and that's obviously big. So what's your mindset going into tournament play? I know last year you won the conference tournament, so
I feel like my mindset, we just have to stay focused.
Yeah.
And I know going out to Cali could be, I just want everybody to keep their heads pretty much and not, because I know we won the conference last year, but it was definitely a hard thing to do.
Yeah. So I know we touched on this earlier as co-captains, your team leaders. Do you two talk a lot about sort of how you're going to help set the tone for the team, and if there's someone who you think needs special attention to kind of coach them up? Maybe they're down, maybe they had a bad game, maybe they're not in the best frame of mind. Do you play that role as well? As a coach, expect you to step in and have those kind of player-to-player conversations?
Of course. I feel like whenever we can, we try to uplift each other. But I feel like for the most part, we're kind of doing it to ourselves sometimes. Because I feel like we could get in our heads too.
Yeah.
But we're human. But I feel like we can get in our heads too a little bit. So I always try to, touch Jay on the hip or something. Be like, you're good, man.
Yeah.
Keep playing. You put in so much work. Just trust it.
Yeah. That's great. So you were not friends prior to you coming here. You met him during the recruitment process, and then you became good friends since you've been on the team together. So I'm going to shift a little bit away from basketball and just kind of get to know you, have the listeners get to know you a little bit about what you do when you're away from basketball. So what is it here at Mary Washington when you do have some spare time? What do you guys like to do for fun?
Yeah. I feel like I am all over the place when it comes to, because I feel like I can do a different thing all the time. Sometimes I think a few days ago I painted.
Okay.
I painted with some friends. It's usually just I go to Netflix though. I usually just watch a show and chill out because I try to get off my feet.
Watching anything any good right now? Is there anything that you would recommend?
I'm a big anime person.
Okay, all right, anime.
I'm a big anime person, surprisingly. But
that might have been. I was going to ask you about an interesting fact later. That might have been the interesting fact right there, Kye.
But yeah, I'm watching anime right now.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How about you, Jay?
Just spending time with friends.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all I like to do.
Yeah, where do you do that? Do you just in your room or
in my room? Sometimes we'll just go on a walk somewhere, just hanging out.
What did you guys have? Did you get to practice and everything during the ice storm and all of that? You still got access to Anderson, right? So you got to get out of your room a little bit. Okay, good. So Jay, you were kind of the recruiter for Kye. You helped in the process. He asked you to keep it real and tell me what it's really like, and so you did that. So now sort of play that role for any incoming student athlete here at Mary Washington. Come and they want your advice. What's the experience like? What do you wish you'd have known when you stepped foot on campus? What advice would you give that incoming student who's going to be a student athlete?
I would definitely give them the advice of when you get here to definitely focus on your academics. That's the main part, because if you can't get it done in the classroom, you won't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So I would just say just getting your academics done first.
How about
just
you,
to
Kye?
piggyback off of Jay, I definitely think, the academics piece is very, very important because I feel like it's a fun campus. I feel like it's very easy to stray away or do something you're not supposed to be doing. So I definitely feel like academics is number one. But number two, I would say have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cool people here for a reason. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of events on campus you can attend to. I really liked my freshman year. I think it was the first week. Was it the headphone party?
Oh yeah.
It was.
Right.
I really liked that one. So yeah, I feel like you definitely have time to have some fun, but I would say academics first for sure.
Yeah, you only get this experience once to be a student athlete at this level, and so have a good time doing it for sure. So I said I referenced this, Kye, that I was going to ask, what is a fun fact about you that people might not ever guess. You already threw one out, so I'm going to ask both of you. What's another fun fact about you that people might not guess?
Actually, I love to fish.
Okay.
Fishing is just obviously not at this time. It's really cold, but
you could do ice fishing. I spent 11 years in Minnesota, and I mean I didn't understand the appeal, but people would get out there in their little huts and for hours, like stand out there with a little hole in the lake and fish. So they're hardcore.
dedicated.
That was dedicated.
You haven't done ice fishing?
I have not done ice fishing, just regular fishing, just ponds. I've actually been out in the Potomac fishing. I've been to the Chesapeake Bay. My uncle lives in Baltimore, so I've been out there with him to fish in Chesapeake Bay.
Okay, great. How about you, Kye?
I know I already mentioned the anime piece, but I would say I think I'm a beach bum during the summer.
Okay.
I loved it. That's just to like clear my mind. Like I could always go for a beach day, just staying out there for however long I need to, 8 hours, 10 hours, it doesn't matter. I could just stay there forever.
So what beach do you like to go to?
Rehoboth in
Okay.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my friend has my best friend, brother-ish, he has a beach house there, so we usually
Nice.
go like a few times a summer.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
great.
yeah.
So I know the listeners would be curious. You're sophomore, junior. What's your plans for after college? Do you have goals that you have in mind in terms of what you'd like to do?
I have a little bit of an idea. I think I want to join the Air Force as an officer.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Okay. Do you have military background? Is your
My dad, everybody in my family's been in the military. My
Okay.
dad was in the Navy for 20 years. My uncle and my aunt were in the Army, and then my other uncle was in the Air Force.
Oh, that's fantastic. How about you, Kye?
I haven't necessarily honed in on a business job yet that I would like to do. I know I want to maybe in the future go into real estate.
Okay.
But I know for guarantee, I definitely want to play overseas, just to get that experience and
For sure.
get out of the country.
Yeah.
For a few years. So
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
would
Is there a place in the world you'd like to go?
Italy.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I had a choice, it would be Italy.
I'm with you. I'm Italian on my father's side, and that's not a bad place to hang out. Watch the Olympics. It's in Italy right now,
Oh, yeah.
so starting today, I think. Okay, the last question I ask all my guests. Jay, we'll start with you. What are three
Okay.
things that matter most to you right now?
Right now, my family, school, and then our team success.
Fantastic. Kye.
I'd go family, school, and then also team success.
Perfect.
And,
You guys are in sync, as
Yeah.
co-captains should be.
Same page.
oh, yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, it has been a lot of fun watching you this season, and I'm excited about the rest of February and hopefully a little March Madness. Hopefully we get into
Oh,
the
yeah.
NCAA tournament.
For sure.
Love to be able to host a couple rounds. No pressure, guys.
yeah.
We have to, but very excited about the road ahead. Know you got some big games here in the next week, leading up to the conference tournament in California in a few weeks. So thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you for being such great representatives of Mary Washington, both on and off the court. We're honored to have you here. I'm glad Jay was such a good recruiter, Kye, and got you here. I'm sure the coaches are thrilled as well. Thank you so much, listeners, and I look forward to the next time here on What Matters Most.